Today's task is to prune the hydrangea back. We are pruning the hydrangea that grows on new wood. I've got my gloves. I've got pruners. I've got my doggie. Here she is. I have 3 different types of pruners in my pocket. This is the regular size, a little bit smaller. And then I've got the mini. The mini, this one, this is great too. I'm a huge fan of aprons. Probably be using this one most of all. And the gripper picker-upper. Want to check it out? Look, like picking up all these rocks that are the plow guy tossed up in here. All right, and I've got the sled for carting stuff away. All right, this is the hydrangea. I think it's the pinnacle. I don't know the exact name. I'm going to insert a photo of what this looks like in full bloom. Going to trim most of these thinner branches are going to come off. Going to go down to the thicker woody stems. Just going to start where I am. When you trim these down, you go to a nodule. Whatever length you choose, you can choose whatever length you want to keep it. If you wanted it to get even bigger, you wouldn't trim it down as much. But I don't want it to get bigger because this is really the best size for this space. So we're going to go way back. I'm going to put all this in my dead hedge. See, this is where the gripper is going to be handy. I keep this gripper on my... I don't have to bend over 1,000 times. Okay, so I'm taking them all. This one, it's going to look terrible when I'm done. But all this is new wood that's grown from last year. What I usually do is a first pass and then I go back and reevaluate. Definitely want to remove any branches that are crisscrossing and really small ones. We have this staked up because the first year it was so bloom heavy it started to tip over. So I'm just leaving it there. A lot of the little stragglies are coming off. This side gets the sun. This is close to the arborvitae. I don't want it to crowd the arborvitae, which is why I keep trimming it in each year. And if it is too much on this side, it wants to tip over. So I might be trimming some of these. So yeah, I might need to take this out. Might have to go get or one of these. Okay, we're going to evaluate that. Might have to get the big loppers. So nice to be outside. It's the first real day to be out in the garden. Oh no, we got to take this one. We're going to take this. This whole thing is coming out. These two are touching each other. I'll pick up the camera, bring it in. It's the main branches that are left. And we're going to cut off that one that still has leftover blooms. This is the saw, the pruning saw. Love this. This is really good. And the loppers. When you're doing hydrangea pruning, see how dense these are? This one is touching that. You definitely don't want that. But I can't cut that one because it has established growth on it. And then there's double here. So this one definitely can go. I'm going to cut that first, see how it looks. I want to cut. Ooh, it's kind of tough. So I had to partially cut it, and now it's not the cleanest cut. But as I've said, this hydrangea is pretty. It is pretty, or resilient is a better word. Wow, this one's tough. This one's kind of rubbing on here too. But I don't want to cut that. I scraped that bark a little bit. Oh, that wasn't my best work. So that's the final shape of it for this season. And all the new growth will come off of that. I just wanted to get another look at it from here, using my tripod to get in there closer. This hydrangea is not as round, and it does not have as many bigger branches. So this hydrangea has a lot more of these smaller branches. Those are all new wood. And we have the fence. So I let it grow over the fence a little bit. My neighbor kind of likes that. I'm going to bring it way in and leave some larger branches for structure. I'm going to use these smaller pruners for this. And I like to think of the overall shape. I like the length of this one, so I might keep this. Okay, that's nice. My neighbor will get one or two blooms on their side. They like it. Let's see. We'll leave that. This is weird. Take that. It's easy to get a little more aggressive once you get into it. Let's step back. This has got to go. This is too tall. Too tall. Too tall. There's a lot going on right here. Let's take this. So this one in comparison is a little more spindly. All right, let's continue. The plastic sled is great, especially this time of year because of the mud. My wagon would dig in and it just glides across. I got to avoid the mud. I made this dead hedge last year, actually right around this time, first week of March. It is not an attractive time of year. This is the other hydrangea tree. Have to look it up. I think it was fire and ice, actually. These pruners. These are beautiful flowers, and those were all grew on new wood. I do want this tree to be a little bit bigger to fill up the space, and you can see I can still reach up here. So I'm probably just going to cut back a little bit. This looks like it broke. Just going to go back to shaping it and trimming off last year's buds, last year's flowers. I'm going to start there. Or if anything is crisscrossing, I always remove those. Taking a look at it up close. This is hydrangea that has been here for about 20 years, that was transplanted here. And last year I hacked away at it pretty good. And all the skinny things are what came was the new wood. So I am going to cut it back further this year. Even this should go. I think I'm going to take this. I'm going to cut it down real short. And I'm going to use this is really good. That one was really tough to get to. Yeah, that's dead. That's just brittle and breaking off. I'm gonna take a lot of these. I'm just gonna use the pruners now. This is already dead. Go to town on it. This one I'm not worried about this one. If it dies, it dies. So it's more of an experiment. I'm not as precise. We're gonna go to the side yard, do the last one. This is another one that I want to get bigger. You can see I've got neighbors we can see here. but I would like it to get about this tall, so I'm encouraging the growth in this area. Just going to use the little trimmers, a lot of stuff crisscrossing. This one right here is a major one. This is the area that needs some fill here, but it'll fill out nicely. See if I can make it across the mud.